Hi everyone, how are you keeping this evening? We did it. We're back. Hope that you are keeping really well and nice and warm and cozy. Where I am anyway. It's quite cool and cold and snowy and damp. How is everyone keeping tonight? I see that you're in the chat. Oh, I think based on the hi that Linda gave that you can hear me and see me okay. But for everyone in the chat, hi, thank you again so much for being here. Can you please just give me a quick confirmation that you can see me? I think Linda already confirmed that. Just want to double check and make sure that you can hear me and see me okay. And I know sometimes there's a bit of a lag here between my end and in the chat, but if you could please let me know that you're here, that you can hear me and see me. All right, that would be most appreciated. Oh, Dragonfly, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just getting myself set up here in the background here. That off. I use my phone to stream. Laptop off is off to the side, just over here in case you're wondering. That's what I'm looking at. And we're back. We did it. How is your week going? I don't know about you, but it just seems like everything is like full speed ahead, and it's just things are just super super busy, and that's what it seems like. Just absolute insanity, but it's also controlled chaos in a way. Like it's just so much happening all at once. I'm just reading messages here. Linda, you were in the 80s last week. Wow. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Well, they're saying like we had a thunderstorm a couple days ago, and then later that day we got hit with like a big. I think like yesterday, 2 days ago. It was like thundering, and then snow, huge snow, and then I think they're calling for like. Anyway, not as drastic as your temperature change, but very similar is coming up here too. That's crazy. Well, how is everyone keeping? We have Dragonfly here. Linda, hi. Thank you so much, ladies, for being here. Dragonfly, I love how you call it chat family. I absolutely adore that. Gypsy Raven, you're back. Hi. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Oh, you're in Massachusetts. That's so cool. I've never been there. I've been to the States a few times, but I haven't been over there yet. Wow, that's amazing. Well, is everyone ready for a quick, well, I don't know how quick it's gonna be. Is everyone ready for our little hangout tonight, our little visit? Hi. So much fun that you're here. So yeah, we're gonna be doing the 3 free 5-minute tea leaf readings this evening. So if you are watching this live, welcome, obviously. And if you'd like to have a quick tea leaf reading, please let us know in the chat. Before everything else, I always like to say a big, 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 huge thank you to Dragonfly. She's our moderator this evening. I don't know if Nicole's going to be on here tonight, but we do know obviously Dragonfly is here. She's you two ladies between Dragonfly and Nicole on Monday evening during like for the general weekly tea leaf reading that we do on Monday evenings 8 p.m. Eastern. Wow, Wackatrol is what is what Dragonfly called it. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. You ladies did such an amazing job. So, big, huge thank you, round of applause, and big thank you to Dragonfly for being our moderator tonight. So she will be playing Macatrol if and when necessary, to make sure that to keep the chat nice and clear and clean of said trolls. So thank you so much. Oh wow, Dragonfly, that's crazy. Yeah, it was very similar here. Very similar. Like it was cold, warm, and then cold again. Oh, I love our hangouts too. They're fun. Right? They're fun. I cannot wait until we can all hang out together in the same room, and until that time comes is like the next best thing that we can do. So it's really fun. It's really cool. It's had snow, but not bad. Just very cold and windy. Yeah, we had everything. We were in weather warnings. Most of Ontario, we're quite temperate. We're actually quite further south when you look at the map of Ontario compared to Northern Ontario, but most of the province was covered in red or yellow or gray, like different weather warnings and watches and advisories for 2 or 3 days. So very similar here. Very similar. Okay, so is anyone watching? Whether you're in the chat or even if you're watching and you're not quite in the chat yet, we're going to be doing those 3 5-minute tea leaf readings. So if anyone is watching and you like to have a quick tea leaf reading, please let me know. I'm all set up here in the background. I have the mugs, the cups, and the tea, which is right there. So if you're interested, please just let us know in the chat. It'd be so much fun. The town next to you. Lost electricity. Wow, that's crazy. That must have been a huge windstorm for it to do that. We sometimes lose power during big storms like that. We do. So it's like it's normal things. Or whenever it gets like very wind, like whenever we know, like we're right on the lake. We're basically just a few blocks away from Lake Huron. So we know now that we moved here in 2019, in November of 19. So now we learn very quickly. It gets really windy, and there's wind warnings. Up the temperature, make it nice and warm and cozy before everything power gets dropped. Hope everyone is safe though. My goodness. Just checking here in the background. Looks like it's just us girls hanging out here tonight. Oh, okay, Linda, we have a taker. Linda, cool. Linda's a resident note taker. She is like famous for her note taking abilities and skills. I don't know how you do it, to be honest. I don't know how you do it. I know I talk super speed most of the time, and especially when I'm doing like tea leaf readings and quick tea leaf reading, like these ones. So yeah, Gypsy totally just us ladies. Yeah, for sure. So okay, so we have Linda here. So Linda, you would like to have a tea leaf reading. So let's get your cup ready so we can get your reading underway. I'm just looking. Oh, there we go. Over here. Yeah, just us ladies. Okay, so Linda, you are up first. Hope everyone is doing really well. My mom and I were still trying, like my mom and I live together. Like we're still trying to figure out what is happening next week. We don't know quite as yet, but again, once I know, I will obviously either post an update in the community tab, or as soon as we know, I'll let you know what's going to be happening next week in terms of schedules. It's gonna be might be kind of crazy actually. Oh, Gypsy Raven. Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Okay, so let's do Linda first. Let's read for Linda first. And then Gypsy Raven, you're up next. Let's do that. Because Gypsy Raven, didn't you very kindly offer your spot to someone else? Wasn't that like 2 weeks ago? I kept thinking about that. Wasn't that like 2 weeks ago or so? I don't think it was last week. There was like it was a Thursday evening, or I think it was a Thursday evening, and then there was someone on the live who were like a TV reading, and then you very generously gave up your spot to that individual. Okay, so let's get your reading tonight. So I have your tea leaves. We're using that same blend as Monday. I keep thinking today was Friday, but it's not. It's Thursday. So just checking here. Okay, perfect. Just getting your cup ready. And it's the usual thing, Gypsy. So if you like me to send you a quick, oh, hang on one second. I'm just going to put my email address. I just sort of separated. Okay. I just put my email address in the chat. I just separated it a little bit. So when you email me, if you would like me, I can talk. If you would like me to send you pictures of your tea leaf reading, please just send me a quick email. I'm most happy to send them over to you. Please just take out the spaces in the email address that I put in there. I noticed the past few times that I've put my email address in the chat for some reason. I've been getting a lot more junk, and then once I sort of stopped doing that, the junk sort of stopped, the spam. So if you could maybe take out the spaces if you send me an email, should you wish me to send you pictures, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. So right now we are starting to read for Linda, and then we will read for Gypsy. And Dragonfly, it looks like it's just us hanging out. So would you like to have a reading too? Please let me know. All right, Linda, here we go. I have been having a new foray, is that the right word? I've been sort of delving into the world of TikTok this past couple weeks, especially the past couple weeks, especially this week too. Quite the learning curve, so I've been posting over there. So if you're watching and you are interested to see what I'm posting over there, I do have a link to my link tree that's in the description box. And if you click on that, that lists a whole slew of different links, and one of them is my channel or my page over there. So just in case you're interested. Sip of tea reading. sip of tea reading. Yeah, I'm happy to, Dragonfly. If you'd like to have a quick tea leaf reading, just let me know. Looks like it might be a bit of a quieter night for everyone here. Which is nice. It always feels a little bit strange because I just feel like we're just hanging out, especially if it's just a smaller crowd like tonight. And yeah. Just checking here in the background. So sometimes I forget, like as we're sort of hanging out, talking and chatting and doing tea leaf reading, I sort of sometimes I forget that we're live. I'm like, oh, anyone could be watching this. Okay, I'm just getting your leaves ready right now. Okay. Just checking the consistency. Oh, Margaret's back. Margaret, hi. Thanks so much for being here. That's amazing. Good to see you again. So far, Brie, our dog, is being fairly quiet. She's on the couch. She had a busy afternoon. Well, it's not entirely true. She had a bit of a quieter day, but her afternoon was kind of busy. We got over to the beach today, so she had a nice little romp around before we got back in the car. But it was pretty hard to walk. Everything was still fairly icy. Just pushing the leaves back down into the cup. Sorry for the background noise here. Oh, wow, yeah. I've never been to New England. Not yet, anyway. Margaret, my memory does not serve me correctly in this moment in time. Gypsy's asking if Margaret's ever had a tea leaf reading. Margaret, you're the one to answer that because I do not remember. 1, 2, 3. Should you wish to answer? Okay, so just getting your cup ready right now, Linda. Okay, ready? Just going to turn it around 3 or 4 times. Already said all my prayers for protection ahead of time. Everyone in the chat is always amazing. I mean, trolls aside, they're just trolls, but every single individual who's ever been in the chat has always been so kind. So thank you, everyone. You always make it so easy for me to be doing these lives. I so appreciate it. And I hope that you're enjoying it too. I know I do. I really enjoy them, and I hope that you do as well. Just trying to offer my help over here to anyone who's interested. I mean, I could do readings on current events. I know I've mentioned that a few times before. I just don't. I don't feel comfortable doing so. I just want to focus more on ourselves and how we can move forward and getting, help individuals rather than doing readings on current events and situations. It's good. Yeah. Ready? Just checking the chat here. I'm going to leave the chat open just so I can sort of see what everyone is saying while we're doing the reading, but I'm still going to be focusing on everyone's reading as I'm reading for your tea leaves. I see. So, Rhea, she's back. Hi, Rhea. Thanks so much for being here. No, you're not late to the party. No one is ever late. It's all in divine timing. Gypsy, yes, love those little trolls. Yes, and we have the best troll whacker in the world right now, and that's Dragonfly. So she'll be whacking any trolls as needed. I love it. We don't condone violence, but in this case, Dragonfly does an awesome job. Nacer, well, thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you too. No, it's evening where I am, but good morning to you. Okay, all right. Linda, here is your reading. Here we go. As always, quick disclaimer: all readings that I do offer, all of you in the chat, most of you in the chat anyway, this is all very much old hat to you, but here we go anyway. Quick disclaimer: all the readings I do offer are for entertainment purposes only. Please take what you will, leave what you don't. Big long disclaimer in the description box below, but just want to say that. Here we go, Linda. Ready? Here we go. Dragonfly, she's the one who came up with that. It's awesome. Okay, Linda, ready? Here we go. So, looking here, this is, Okay, quick reminder, I read chronologically. That's just how I do it. So it's now on the way and later. Tea leaf reading, how I describe tea leaf reading is it describes the qualities and or characteristics of events and or situations which are likely to occur. Big long phrase, but it's the best way that I can accurately and succinctly describe tea leaf reading. So that's what we're doing. So it's a divination tool, which means a divine tool, a way to ask for and receive divine guidance. Different people read tea leaves or cups differently. I myself always do read chronologically. So now on the way and later. Rem is the present situation. The size is like the upcoming in time, and the base is more of the distant future. So if again, very casually said in my Leo-like manner, now on the way and later. So here we go, Linda. I hope that you enjoy your tea leaf reading. We have Dragonfly. Way to go. Thank you so much. Here we go, Linda. Here's your reading. So it looks like right now, across the board, generally speaking, things are either calm, clear, and quiet, and you're happy with that, and or you want things to get moving a little bit more, and that's happening right now. Hang on one second. Yes, you do have one main event or situation which is coming up. Whatever it is, like the overriding message or the overriding message or the overriding theme overall is really good. It looks there's a winky emoji face in here. For me, so it looks like to be whatever the situation is referring to. It's a very good scenario, generally speaking. Overall, it is quite. It's maybe it may not be like a huge, massively huge, significant event or situation overall. However, in and of itself, it is significant. It may be again, it may not be like this huge event, this huge thing. I'm making all these hand gestures. I don't know if you can see them or not. May not be a massive, huge event that is taking place. However, it is sizable and it is important in and of itself. Okay. So. Oh, Bree is on the move. She's on the move. You may hear her bark or walk around a little bit, but she's just off here. Our dog, my dog, our dog, Bree. Over here. There's a little bit of time between the present situation, like right now, and this main event or situation taking place, just a short period of time. Whatever this is referring to, there's a Cancerian connection. I'm no astrologer nor a numerologist. I will let Bree know that you said hi, Gypsy Raven. That's cool. Thank you. Just sitting up on the couch right now. There's this Cancerian connection. So someone who is either that sign and or the qualities and or characteristics of that sign. This involves some kind of, let's see. Yeah, it's like an equal balance and something to do with that sign. So I'm no astrologer, like I said, but some connection with the hearth and her home and her family, intuition, healing, emotions, things along those lines. So it's like overall, this is what this is referring to, but individually, there's also like two individual circumstances that is that is referring to. Unconventional. This is related to in some way, shape, or form. Yes, it's a very unique sense of balance, and I would say that this is likely has a relation or connection with the house and her home in some way, shape, or form. Whether this is and like you're receiving very good things, it looks to be quite significant in and of itself. So whether this is anything from like thinking of moving or buying a new residence or renting a new location or changing location or buying a bath mat or a picture frame, something to renovation, something to do with the house and her home. And again, this is you receiving very good things regarding this. It looks like things are still in process as of now, as of later, but it is on the way. I would say this has something to do with the house and her home. Writing, something to do with contracts, paperwork, documents of some kind. Things, yeah. Slightly unconventional stability rather that is related to that. And what I mean by that is it's some unconventional stability. The way that I that's a phrase that I use a lot. It is the best way that I can describe it is, for example, use examples a lot. For example, you paint boxes, sell them online, and then you make money from them. So it's just different, but it does provide a sense of stability. You are receiving very good things with this. Definitely, from what I'm seeing. This all helps to create this whole situation. It's more significant in the shorter term. So in the next very short while, like very, very soon, it's a little bit quiet, but then it does begin. It begins with this house connection. And then in this main event or situation, the bulk of it then occurs immediately after that. Gets a little bit less so, and then we're looking more into the base, which is where most of the tea leaves are focused. So in the shorter term, this main event or situation does involve a new opportunity that is being presented. It may not be like at this point, as of now, as of later, concrete happening right in front of us. However, there is certainly clarity. It is sorting itself out very, very nicely right now, like very nicely. And this is all to do with a new opportunity that's being presented. There's likely a Scorpio connection, but something is happening a little bit behind the scenes. There's likely documents, paperwork involved in some way, shape, or form. It's a very unique scenario and somehow does absolutely involve creativity, new creative projects, working on new things. It's a good scenario. It doesn't really matter how I'm looking at this. It just looks like you're happy, feeling good, feeling exuberant, feeling childlike, feeling good and feeling happy. That's the short version. There's a very, very ever so slightly small, sorry, Bree's gonna start barking. 1 second. Sorry, everyone. I'll be right back. There goes Bree. I figured. Bree, no, sweetheart. Bree, shush, shush, shush. Quiet, quiet. Come inside. There's Mom. There she is. Sorry, everyone. Back up. Back up. I'm just live. And, oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. Good help. Here's Mom. There she is. It's okay. It's all right. Sorry, everyone. That was Bree. Clearly. No other dog in here other than Bree. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. There was a knocking at the door, Gypsy. Yes, that was actually Mom coming back in. Do you want to say hi to everyone, Mom? I will in a minute. Okay, there's Mom. She just came back in. Sorry about that. Everyone, Linda, your reading has been interrupted, but everyone, this is Mom. So you're live on YouTube right now.
Hello, everyone.
Mom just came back in. Here's Bree.
Hi.
Just call her Mom Heather.
Oh, I collect daughters. Good evening, everyone. This is so much fun for Sarah, and this is lovely.
Oh, Gypsy just said hi, Mom.
Hi.
Gypsy's in New England.
Oh,
Gypsy Ravens, she's in New England.
Very nice.
Yeah, really cool.
This is such an exciting time for everyone, and it's so nice to get together. I
It
apologize for that. I was just at a condo meeting tonight, so I just came in now. Anyway, all the best to everyone. Take care.
Gypsy says your mom looks great and beautiful.
Oh, thank
and Rhea
you.
says hi, Mom.
Well, hi, honey. Nice talking with you.
The best people are on here.
I don't have the curly hair where this one does.
This is all, yeah.
It comes by naturally.
The colors for me is not natural,
Never
but
mind. You don't have
the curls. It's obvious. You just have to look at the previous videos.
But this is exciting for everyone. So take care. Nice meeting you. There you go, darling.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Everyone, you got to meet Mom Heather. Yay. That's Mom Heather. Chloe Castle. She says hi, Mom.
Hello, darling.
No.
Nice meeting you.
Mom says hi. Nice to meet you. Nice meeting you. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So that was Mom. Yeah. So she that now you know Mom. We live together, and just the three of us with Bree. Okay, that's awesome. That was really fun. All right, so let's get back to your reading, Linda, and look at this conclusion that Linda sends love.
Hi, Linda.
Mom says hi, Linda. Okay, so Linda, sorry about that interruption. Your mom's complexion is flawless. Gypsy, thank you so much for saying that. Sarah's in Canada. Yes, I am in Canada. I'm in southern, you can almost say southern or southwestern Ontario. Yes, Gypsy Raven. So to answer your comment, Mom says, Avon calling. She's actually, she's been selling Avon now full time
for 35 years.
Almost 35 years this year collectively. So everything that you see in her and everything that, pretty much everything that this is, this is all Avon.
Part of the family.
Yeah, runs in the family. So yeah, it's all Avon. That's awesome. Okay, cool. That was fun. Okay, Linda, Gypsy, you're so right. Thank you so much, ladies. You're the best. Okay, cool. Let's get on and finish off your reading, Linda. Sorry for that interruption, but it's so cool that y'all got to meet Mom. That's Mom. Just us hanging out here with Bree. Okay. That's fantastic. Yes, yeah. She started many years ago, and then she stopped for a while, and then she got back at it, I think in '99. And she's been doing it pretty much ever since. Yeah, that's what she's been doing. Thanks, Linda. Yeah, she sells Avon. Okay, so let's see. What else we have here? Yes, Linda. So to look back at your reading, that was fun. It was fun. Okay. You do have this conclusion. Now, It's not a huge conclusion. It's interesting because it's almost contradictory to say this out loud, but in one way, that new opportunity that's being presented, it does have a sense of stability with it. But at the same and at the same but and at the same time, you have this conclusion. Now, the conclusion also totally, I would say, involves a house and her home, the home and her family, and there's another Cancerian connection with that. Pardon me. There's some involvement with a document, specifically one. Now, there also may be very well, maybe you're likely be a second one, but the second one is ever so small. The conclusion is actually quite sizable. In a way, it's actually bigger than the opportunity that's being shown. It's just that there's less involved with it, if that makes sense. Person, place, or thing with the letter S that is involved. But again, this whole situation is very positive. The repeated symbols in here are showing to me that there is not conclusion, stability. Whether it seems like it's mostly conventional stability. So stability that would be sort of more obvious or more obvious. So we do have two instances here of stability, one in the shorter term, one in the slightly longer term. But again, this all has to do with there's a connection in here regarding either writing, yes, but documents and or education in some way, shape, or form. Something to do with you receiving. So this second instance of conventional stability, it is actually quite significant. And it is part of this whole main eventer situation. It involves, I would say, from what I'm seeing here, you receiving something tangible. Communications with the letter J, person, place, or thing, and receiving something tangible. It concludes or leads into the base. Just before it leads into the base, the situation mostly concludes with a new opportunity it's a very uniquely being presented, a very unique opportunity. There's a lot of unconventional and conventional stability, like I said, but the more that I'm seeing it, the more I'm looking at this, the more that I am seeing that it's like, yes, conventional and also unconventional. So there's a lot of like variations or versions, various forms of stability, but a whole new beginning in here too. Again, 2-letter J's, and it concludes with the sense of going forward, action, momentum, speed, momentum, going for whatever it is that you want to have, not being held back, possibly some travel potentially as well. And then we are looking in the base, and most of what is being shown in here is definitely a surprise for you, where you're not supposed to know what that is exactly at this moment in time. However, there is definitely a sense of stability that is in here, that also involves documents as well, multiple documents. And certainly one area that has a lot of surprises that are involved. And it's a very unique situation that involves a new idea that's being contemplated, almost being presented, and there's also a small conclusion taking place at that time as well. And that also looks like a harmonious situation, open communication between two people, forward movement, and working with other people. And reassurance and things taking place very, very nicely. So Linda, that's your tea leaf reading. So thank you so much for your patience there while I just finished that reading after Mom Heather came in and said hi. So let me get caught up here on the chat. So Gypsy Raven, as I recall, you are up next. So let's get your leaf. I'm just going to reboil the water here. Get your leaves ready. Oops. And again, if you'd like me to send you pictures of your tea leaf reading, please let me know. So have your leaves ready here. I had the computer off here to the side. I'll just put it over here. Just reboiling the water. Then, in case you weren't wondering, that's the sound that you're hearing in the background. Okay. Olive, hi. Thanks so much for being here. That's amazing. Hi, Jackson. Thanks for being here. Gypsy, thank you so much. I can't take credit. It all comes from the top, comes from the boss. Gypsy, thank you for your comment. Dragonfly, thank you so much for doing what you're doing over there in the chat. Thank you so much. Yes, if I know someone said something in the chat there about maybe not being in the safest situation. All I can say is contact the individuals that you need to contact to ensure that your own personal safety. No readings that I ever offer are they're all for entertainment purposes only. Please take what you will and leave what you don't. Never a decision-making replacement. No replacement for any form of advice ever. I don't give advice. Really, I'm just saying what I'm seeing. So I can only say that if you need assistance, then I would suggest highly that you contact the individuals, organizations, and authorities who are in the best situation to offer support to you. Rhea. Wish I knew, Rhea. Wish I knew. I wish I knew. I wish I could say. Don't know. We are offering tea leaf reading. I know, Rhea. I know, right? I know. I'm just being ethical here and upfront by addressing that comment by that individual. I won't say their name out loud, but obviously they said something in the chat there saying that they may be in harm's way. So I'm just covering my bases there by addressing that ever so slightly. By addressing that. So again, we're doing tea leaf readings here. That's it. That's all we're doing. Live viewer readings. We have 2 more to go, and that's what we're doing. So if you need assistance in any way, shape, or form, contact the individuals and or organizations that you need in order to ensure your safety. That's all I can really say regarding that. I'm not in a situation or position to do otherwise, and I most certainly am not offering any decision-making replacements at all. Check out my disclaimer. Entertainment purposes only. All the readings that I offer here are for entertainment purposes only. I certainly don't want to close down the chat ever, just because of some individuals saying some things. Never, Dragonfly, never boarding the chat, I know. So I don't want to ever close down the chat if it ever comes to it. Then it's very sadly I would have to. I'm not at that point yet. But not a boring chat. No, it's not. And notice how it's happening now for the past 3 weeks. Gypsy, have you noticed that? You have a bubbler that comes out of hot water. Oh, that sounds like fun. I don't know if you want to call this a bubbler. It's a kettle, but it lights up blue when you turn it on. It's actually pretty cool. So mean. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Rhea, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that very kind comment. Just trying to cover bases here and be ethical. It's like it stands to reason. It's like I'm sitting here in the corner of my living room. If you need help, then seek out help that you need. I'm not in a situation to do anything other than that. Thank you, Gypsy Raven, for saying that. Yeah. Correct. Yes. I mean, I do offer psychic medium readings, but psychic detective, no. I don't delve into that. Well, this is an interesting chat, isn't it? Okay, let's just get on with these readings. So up next we have Gypsy Raven, and I know I put my email address in the chat earlier, Gypsy Raven. So if you would like to send me a quick email, should you wish pictures, please send me pictures, or send me a quick email and I will send you over pictures of your tea leaf reading. Checking the consistency of your tea leaves. Straining out any excess liquid. I'm checking the consistency again. It's actually pretty good. A little bit more. No. I think we still have one reading left, don't we? Because after this, we do 3 readings. Gypsy, thank you so much for that kind comment. Yes, every little bit helps. I've noticed that my this number of my subscribers has been fluctuating a little bit the past week, a couple weeks or so. So thank you so much. Every little bit helps. It sounds like it sounds like such a small thing to click the like button, but it makes a huge difference. It really helps with the algorithms. So thank you so much. We're going to sort something out here. So we're going to figure out what we can do other than playing, working with the Whack-A-Troll thing. I don't ever want to just close it. I don't ever want to close the chat because of it. But if it comes to it, then we'll sort something else out. Even if it means going live and turning off the chat, but I accept emails, so we can do live readings that way, then so be it. We'll sort something out. I don't like everyone being spammed, but it's not going to stop us from doing what we're doing here, as far as I'm concerned. Here we go. Gypsy Raven, here is your tea leaf reading. And ready? Let's go. Entertainment purposes only, of course. So it looks like to me, across the board right now, very much like Linda, things are calming, clear, and quiet for you right now, and or you want things to get moving. However, this specifically, like this is, again, very much across the board. This is likely ever so slightly related to two. There might be such a very, 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 very extremely small individual event or situation taking place right now. However, generally speaking, overall, aside from that one small area, things again are calm and clear and quiet, and you're happy with that, and or you want things to get moving. I mean, now there also very well likely be a connection with 2, so there could be like 2 parts, 2 different aspects that are involved in that scenario overall right now. You do have a main eventer situation. It is comprising approximately 1/8 of the cup. So in this situation, it's not like it's overly, hugely significant. However, in and of itself, what is happening is significant. Totally a reminder here, I would say, from what I'm seeing, to use intellect. So a situation coming up very, very soon. It's kind of like almost like a snowball. Starts off kind of small, and then within a very short period of time, it becomes incredibly busy. Let's see, and then branches off into 2 different lines of events, or 2 different halves, or 2 different parts or scenarios. But it is still part of the one main event or situation. This is all rotating, or all involves, or is all referencing one certain thing in particular. But in the short term, using intellect is what's being shown. Using your intellect. This is all referencing new creative project, a new venture of some kind. This has something to do with a document. Document is involved in some way. And positive changes. A house connection and abundance and prosperity that is related to that in some way, shape, or form. Freedom of movement, yes. Forward progression, yes. However, this also involves you receiving something. You receiving something that is involving everything that I just said. It's you receiving communication about the home and or family. Now, when this branches off into 2 different directions, there's reassurance that's being indicated, as well as, again, there's a writing or a document. So there's either paperwork involved in some way, shape, or form, and or education connection in some way as well. And there's this reassurance, and again, multiple documents, or if it's not 3 different documents, most likely it is one document with 3 different parts to it. Paperwork. That's involved. The one half of this main event or situation that begins like that has the reassurance component that's involved. That one actually is a little bit quieter, certainly in the short term. However, later on, it actually leads directly to most of your leaves are in the base, and into a much larger and actually very interesting and significant event for you. There's a person, place, or thing, I would say, with the letter G, maybe C, but I would say most likely the letter G that's involved here. The other half that's a little bit more busy, a little bit busier, does absolutely have paperwork that is involved. And again, this feeling or this aspect of, or this element of a new creative venture in some way, a new creative pursuit. There's 3 different things that is regarding, and there even may be something ever so slightly happening. Yeah, there's something ever so slightly happening behind the scenes regarding that. Then that leads into the base. So let's look and see what is in here, because the base is actually quite interesting, more of the distant future. There's essentially one scenario that's being shown, but basically it has, like, quite literally, basically, there's 2 different parts to it. So one section is a little bit on the smaller side, a little bit less significant, but busier, but quite busy. And then the other half, the other part is a little bit more significant, a little bit more happening there, and a bit more significant, but they're both significant in and of themselves. It's just that one is a little bit smaller and more condensed, maybe a little bit more fast paced, maybe a little bit more compact, more things happening in a shorter period of time is what I'm trying to say, than the other one. Okay. You do have conventional stability that's being shown in the base, and likely also a house or housing or property location in some way, shape, or form. Letter E, person, place, or thing, as well as the letter L, so L and or E, L and E, and the L specifically is related to 3 different pieces of paperwork, certainly 2, possibly a 3rd. Also, there's like a spiritual connection, a spiritual component that's involved with that. But there is, I firmly believe that we all have divine protection anyway, and you certainly are. That's what's being shown in here regarding that scenario. So this is what this is referring to. There's this unconditional love, support, loyalty, commitment, and protection that is involved. But it's a very, very happy scenario. Things are just turning, going very, very nicely, very, very busy. Blooming beautifully is what I'm trying to say as well. And sorry, there's a little bit of liquid tea in the base. It's kind of distracting me as I'm just holding it here. I keep seeing it moving around. I don't want it to skew any of the other leaves in here. 1 second, sorry. But yeah, but there's reassurance that's also being indicated. And a helpful individual, specifically related to or regarding one document in particular, but definitely reassurance as well, and forward movement. So I hope that reading was helpful for you, Gypsy Raven. And again, please let me know, send me a quick email if you'd like to have me send pictures over to you, and I will send them over to you. So thank you so much, and I hope that you enjoyed your tea leaf reading. That was interesting. Cannot wait to hear what that is regarding. Okay. I'm just getting caught up here in the chat. We have 1 more spot left. I know, Dragonfly, you have been looking into that as well, taking care of that, working on that. Just getting caught up here. Okay, Visha. Hope I'm saying that name your name correctly. Thank you so much, Dragonfly. I was just catching up in the chat there. I love the evil eye that you have in your name there too, Visha. Hope I'm saying your name correctly. I have one too. Perfect. So if you'd like to have a reading, I can totally read for you right now. And to answer your question, because I did see that as I glanced over and when I saw the chat going a little bit just a few minutes ago. Let's see, where do I pay? You don't have to. This is all free. I do offer free. These are on Thursday evenings. We go live every Thursday evening, and we go live 8 p.m. Eastern, and I offer 3 free 5-minute tea leaf readings. It's a goodwill gesture. It's something that I just like to do to offer my assistance to anyone is interested in having a quick tea leaf reading. They're 5-minute readings only. Whenever I whenever I do, have a client and they book a private reading, a tea leaf reading, the shortest amount of time for a tea leaf reading that is for like a client Private reading is 15 minutes, 15 minutes. It's the shortest amount of time that I do offer. So this really is like a taste test. It's a quick little look-see to see what the boss, universe, source, the divine, whether mother and father God, whatever name or names you're comfortable with using, would like us to know, for as a quick little tea leaf reading. But no, I don't charge for this. I do have a Ko-fi account if anyone is ever interested. That link is in the description box below, as well as a Patreon, which is completely a work in progress at this moment in time. However, I do have it should you wish to offer, make a donation. Thank you so much. Helps with running costs. But that is absolutely never necessary, and I'm most happy to do this as a gift, as a goodwill gesture. You love one. Yeah. I totally hear you. Visha. Hope I'm saying your name correctly. Gypsy. Papers in my pension. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well, congratulations. It sounds like there's a lot going for you, a lot happening for you right now, Gypsy Raven. That's amazing. Good for you. And congratulations. And hope everything continues to work out really well for yourself. That's awesome. That's awesome. So Visha, I'm just reboiling the water. I have the kettle off here off to the side. I'm just reboiling the water for you right now. And oh, Gypsy Raven, thank you so much. It's not me. I'm just messenger for the boss. I'm just one of the many messengers for the boss. It's not me. It doesn't come from me. It comes from the source. But thank you so much. So Visha, so I'm going to be getting your tea leaves ready for you right now. And I'm going to just quickly go into the chat here and type my email address in. And the reason is because if you do choose to email me, please just obviously remove the spaces. I'm just doing that to avoid any more junk mail that I've been getting a little bit more of fairly recently. So if you'd like me to send you pictures of your tea leaves, I always like to offer this in case you're interested to see what your tea leaves look like, your reading looks like. Please send me a quick email there. Just again, please obviously remove the spaces in that email address, and I'm happy to send you over. I usually take about 3 pictures of your tea leaves, and then that way you can see what your tea leaf reading looks like. Second. I need to ask a question. Oh, see, I just jumped right in. I didn't even contemplate this. Thank you so much. Do you need to ask a question? No, you don't need to. You can if you like. If it was a private reading, we would obviously the setup would be slightly different. However, no, that's completely not necessary. It just whatever comes through comes through. This is sort of how we're doing it, and I'm just relaying the information that I see. So no, please just don't say what your question is in the chat. I do have a long description in the description box below, but please don't say what your question is. It helps to, 1, maintain your confidentiality. 2, helps me keep as objective as possible. And no one's ever asked anyone else what the question is, and thank you so much for doing that. It just, again, helps me maintain confidentiality. So no, you just have to sit there, relax, so I get your tea leaf reading ready, and email me should you wish to, if you like to, and I can send you pictures of your tea leaves to you. I'll do that tonight if you want. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rhea. Everyone who is commenting here, Visha, back and forth, like Rhea and Dragonfly and Linda, I'm sure I'm missing some names here. Gypsy Raven, they're all old hat here, so they're filling you in as we're going along. But yeah. So there's a whole process to getting a tea leaf reading ready, a cup ready. 10 people can tell you 10 different ways that they read. You'll see how I prepare a cup as we go along here, but essentially I just relay what I see. Tea leaf reading, I don't know if you've ever had a tea leaf reading before. It's very similar to Greek or Turkish coffee grains. Essentially, they all come from the French root tas, tasiology, tassiomancy, and tasiography. They all reference they all refer to tea leaf reading, but basically, there we go. Basically, all 3 words reference cup reading. So tea leaf reading is called those as well, even though it references cup reading. So there's different materials that can be used. We're using tea. That's a very short version. It's a very short version. I look to see what images form in the cup. All the tea leaves create different symbols, patterns, images, and I simply relay what I'm seeing. They all mean different things, literal, symbolic, and or both. Entertainment purposes only. Rhea's already on it. And please take what you will, leave what you don't. I hope that you enjoy your tea leaf reading, and send me a quick email if you like to see pictures of your tea leaves. I'll take about 3 of them, and I always delete them after I send them. So I mean, I don't have copies of your pictures or anything on my phone. So. And as a quick reminder, in case you're brand new and didn't see the first part of this live here, we do go live every Thursday when this happens, and then obviously on Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern as well. We do go live as well. It's all the usual friends here in the chat, and we also do a general weekly tea leaf reading, which is a look at the week ahead to see whatever universe, source, the creator, God, whatever name or names you're comfortable with using, would like us to know as the week unfolds. It's like a look to see what is on the way for the week. Gypsy's got it. Thank you. Okay, here we go. See, I have the best people in the chat always. So right now I'm getting your reading ready right now, Visha, but if you just want to give a quick look-see to what Rhea and Dragonfly and Gypsy are saying over here, then that will give you also let you know what's going on. Just sit back and relax, read their notes, entertainment purposes only, and please take what you will, leave what you don't. And I'm just going to get your cup ready right now. Thanks for being here. This is fun. Right now I'm straining the water out of your cup. Excess tea. So right now, yes, and Dragonfly, just so that you know, Visha, hope I'm saying your name correctly. Dragonfly is our mod tonight, so she's making sure everything runs smoothly in the chat as well. So big thanks to her as always. Yeah, wait, thank you so much. That's awesome. Yeah, tea leaf reading. There's it's a bit of a it's a very simple divination tool. A divination tool means a divine tool, a way to ask for and receive divine guidance. It is a simple because like what are we doing? We're looking at images formed by tea leaves in a cup, but the process that's involved is a little bit more involved than other divination tools like tarot or oracle cards or pendulums or along those kinds of divination tools, and it's a little bit complicated. It's very simple. It sounds very simple, and it is. It's just that there is also a lot involved in tea leaf reading, and yeah, there's a lot involved. I started doing tea leaf reading actually for clients 14 years, I believe, to the day July 3rd this year. It's Canada Day weekend. And that's when I first really officially began doing tea leaf reading. It's crazy to think it's almost 14 years. So right now what I'm doing is I'm pushing the tea leaves back into the cup. So I have stirred your cup, swirled it, asking and setting the intention that this is reading for you. Strain out the excess liquid. Push the leaves back down into the base. I don't use pre-printed cups. It's an individual choice. I never have. I know you can buy pre-printed cups for tea leaf reading where different sections of the cup are printed with different images. I've never done that. I just go freestyle. It's whatever the boss would like us to know. Images can have more than one meaning depending on what they look like, what's around them, where they're placed in the cup, how clear they are, how large they are. There's a lot involved, actually. If you want to sort of if you're familiar with tarot, you can think of tea leaf reading as essentially tarot cards in a cup. It's like laying the tarot cards inside rather than laying them in front of you. Very similar to that. Just checking for the consistency. Too much water or not enough, and either they will all stay in or they will all fall out. So I'm just checking for the consistency now. This is what I mean by it's a little bit complicated, or there's a little bit more involved than other forms of divination. Yeah, that's cool. I've never been to Salem. It'd be so much fun to go, Gypsy. Yeah, I've never I've seen those cups. I'm certainly am aware of them. I know that I think there's like a certain phrase for them, what they're called. I have never used them. I don't. That's just me. I'm sure there's nothing like, I'm sure they're totally fine and accurate. I just don't use them. That's just my own personal preference. Okay. Here we go. Turn your cup about 3 or 4 times clockwise, always sunrise. That reinforces and goes along with nature, works with nature as opposed to going counterclockwise. Again, this is just how I do it. 10 people could tell you 10 different ways about how they read cups or how they prepare a cup for tea leaf reading or like a Turkish coffee reading. This is just how I do it. I do it chronologically, which I will show you in just a second. Isha, so you stumbled into a chat where there's like the nicest people in here. I'm not even kidding. I always like call it like our visits, our Monday night visits and Thursday night visits. We have a bit of a hangout. We chat a little bit back and forth, have some readings. It's fun. Okay, so right now I'm just straightening out any excess liquid. Okay. Have your leaves ready right now. Are you ready for your first ever tea leaf reading? Ready? Okay, let's go. We'll aim for about 5 minutes. You're welcome to put validations in the chat should you wish to. Please do not feel the need to if you don't want to. Ready? Okay, let's go. I do read chronologically, like I said, so just as a quick reminder here. So the rim is the present situation. This is how I do it. So again, people will read different and can read differently, but this is how I do it. The rim is the present situation. The sides are on the way. So the upcoming time. I got these mugs years ago, so yeah, they're kind of older, but they work. The rim is the present situation. The sides are on the way, and the base is more of the distant future. So it's like now, being my casual Leo self, now, on the way, and later. Time is a little bit hard to pinpoint in tea leaf reading. That's a whole other conversation. But generally speaking, it's like now, on the way, and later. Oh, your first time. Well, that's wonderful. I hope that this is so cool, isn't it? Like we're all hanging out here, having your first ever tea leaf reading on YouTube. It's fun. So please send me an email if you want me to send you pictures. Okay, here we go. You should do, oh, hang on one second. A Patreon. I have this little thing that blocks the newest messages. So that's why I'm like trying to figure out what people say. So hang on one second. You should do a Patreon. Oh, that would be fun. That is such an amazing idea. I do have Patreon. I do have it. That's in my link tree. There's a link to my link tree. I think I put the link to my Patreon in the description box. That is a wonderful idea. I've been thinking about doing that too. I have a very good friend of mine who does tarot. Like we've been practicing back and forth. I am not a tarot reader. I do not think of myself as a tarot reader. Very extremely a novice, but I love tarot. I was thinking of what she had said a while ago. She mentioned something to that effect. That is so cool. Okay, well, if you're interested, oh, Bree's coming back over. Hi, Bree is our dog, Visha, in case you're wondering. Bree's over here. She's a chocolate lab. Oh, hi, sweetheart. She's so little, like she's actually quite tiny, so she won't jump up, but she comes over. So sometimes you go see the screen shaking and stuff, or hear a tail thumping in the background. That's her, just in case you're ever wondering. Oh, yeah, hi, sweetie. So I love tarot too. You should do Patreon. I'm happy to do that. So if you're if anyone who was watching, whether now in the replay, I'm going to aim to get this replay live again or posted tomorrow. I will aim to have it posted or scheduled for tomorrow morning around 10 o'clock or so, probably. Please send me an email if you're interested in learning tea leaf reading. Please send me an email, and I'll put my email back in the chat one more time. I believe I also have that. Just please remove the spaces. I also believe I do have my email address in my link tree as well, and that link is also in the description box below. But if you are interested in learning tea leaf reading, please send me an email, and I'm happy to do it. So again, I do have a Patreon. It's work in process. But please let me know. Please send me an email if anyone is watching and you're interested. Just send me an email so I can sort of keep track of who is saying what, and we can go from there. Yes, I completely agree with you, Gypsy. I'm totally up for that. I'm totally open and ready and happy to do so. Totally, totally, totally. Absolutely. That is so cool. Wonderful idea. Amazing. Thank you so much. So much fun. And I'm saying what I said about my friend who said that because that's just as a synchronicity, just to validate what you're saying, because I had that thought earlier today. So something similar to what you said. So thank you so much. Oh, that's fun. Ready? Again, Visha, because the case in point, the best people are always here. Ready? Let's go and let's read your tea leaves. So looking at the rim, which is the present situation right now, what's happening right now. I would say that things for the most part, again, this usually whenever there's multiple people having a reading at the same time, whether it's a group tea leaf reading or in this case, this scenario, reading online, usually most often there's a theme. There's a commonality between the readings, and the commonality tonight, one of them is things are fairly quiet right now. So things will be calm, clear, and I would say things right now are calm, clear, and quiet, and or you want things to get moving a little bit more. This is happening across the board, generally speaking, overall. You do have a main event or situation, and that is like the main core, the main hub, the main focus of what is being shown here, what the universe would like you to know. It is comprising approximately a third, actually. It's about a third. Sorry, there's a little bit of liquid tea in here. It's really annoying me. 1 second. This is where my perfectionism issues actually come in very handy. 1 second. Sorry. Yes, I'm Canadian. That's why I'm saying sorry constantly. I know it's a thing. It's a true stereotype, but it is comprising approximately 1/3 of your cup. So it is quite a significant scenario. Additionally to that, you do have one smaller, much smaller short-term event or situation that's taking place in the short term. It looks like that individual circumstance does look to be, or does appear to be, a very nice scenario. Again, very short term. That one involves a document, so some kind of paperwork in some way, shape, or form. It either involves writing, which to me confers with some kind of document or paperwork, or maybe even education. But I would actually say it's some kind of there's a creative element that's involved in some way, whether that's like you physically painting or something to that effect. Dragonfly, Patreon link isn't working. Thank you for letting me know, Dragonfly. That's helpful. Thank you so much. I will look into that after the live tonight for sure. Don't know why. It's bizarre, but I will. Thank you. It's weird. Thank you. I'll look into that. So yes, you do have this creative element that's involved in this scenario. Something happening behind the scenes regarding there's a few documents taking place in here that are being shown. At least 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say at least 3, if not 4 different documents or paperwork that are present. One of them is fairly small, but it does have, again, something happening behind the scenes that you sort of know for the most part what's going on. It's like, about 80% about what's happening, or maybe even 90%, but there's this one little thing that you're not too sure about. There's certainly a sense of a fast pace, speed, momentum, action, momentum, things taking place rather quickly regarding that individual scenario. However, it does conclude very nicely. It does look like it's very positive. And totally, I would say, involves entertainment purposes here only, of course, but I would say it also involves you receiving something, and whatever that is that you're receiving, it looks like it's a good scenario. There's also a document that has 2 parts to it in some way, shape, or form. There's also at first glance, it may not appear that there may be a lot of thinking and talking and things being discussed in a couple different areas or a couple different scenarios. However, that is the situation. Aside from that, however, for the most part, you are able to focus on this one main event or situation and really not be distracted. I'm very short-sighted, sorry. And not really be distracted too much by anything else that is taking place. So you will be able to focus on this one main event or situation. It really does begin very, very quickly, very, very soon. Also, one quick other scenario, sorry, there's likely a Cancerian element. I'm no astrologer nor numerologist, but there is likely Cancerian connection with this other scenario that's also being shown in here. In this main event as well, again, it really comes in like hot. It really comes in busy. Many different things happening at once. Certainly, I would say also a sense of like, certainly in two areas, you know, and yet you know, but you don't know. We have clarity and yet we don't know. One of those situations involves forward movement, not being held back, going for whatever it is that you want to have, as well as positive movement forward, things taking place very nicely, blooming beautifully. There's also this fast-paced messages communication arriving electronically in some way, shape, or form. Also, in the short term, there you have another grouping that involves a helpful individual who's like basically essentially propping someone up. But in some way, it actually looks like there's open communication between two individuals. It just may not appear that they're exactly that there is, or one of the individuals, something that they're saying, or something that they are them. One of them is a little bit behind the scenes, but the other one is a bit more obvious. So something to that effect. Yeah, there's reassurance, so that's regarding that. The one that's a little bit more behind the scenes, I'm not reading for anyone else, but I'm saying what I'm seeing, may have a slightly darker or red tinge to their hair color. And then going along here, just to quickly look in here, it looks like that scenario does conclude well. It looks positive. It does also here all involve we have unconventional stability. So, for example, unconventional stability. To me, I say that when I'm trying to explain the fact that it's just conventional, but it's just not conventional, but it is good. So, for example, you sell boxes, you paint boxes, sell them online, and make money. Unconventional, but it gives you stability. There is a sizable conclusion regarding this whole scenario. It's just not obvious. And while it is a conclusion, it also involves a whole new change and a whole new opportunity that's present. Much more thinking and talking as the situation almost concludes. Well, concludes along the side here in the base, heading into the base, which is more of the distant future. It's a loving and harmonious scenario, definitely changes. Glass half full versus glass half empty mentality, a small reminder there for perspective or perception. And then in the base, you have a big happy face in here. Things are looking very good. You have one scenario where there's a lot of action, speed, momentum, things taking place rather quickly. Again, we have reassurance in here, person, place, or thing with the letter L, in positive, I would say positive communications regarding a document of some kind. That document is where we have that letter L as well. But again, things are just blooming beautifully. Things are just, something has been started as of now, as of later, and it's taking place very nicely. So that is your very quick tea leaf reading. Hope that you enjoyed your very impromptu quick tea leaf reading, Visha. Again, I hope I'm saying your name right. So everyone, we did it. We did it. Just giving a quick look at my Patreon. I'll take another look later, but I don't know why that's not working. Maybe I just put the wrong link in because it's active, like it's working. I must have just put the wrong link in, Dragonfly. Thank you for letting me know. It's working. I must have just put the wrong link in. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Bisha. Got chills here. Aw, thank you so much. I'm just a messenger. I'm just one of many messengers. It doesn't come from me. It's all from source. I can't take any credit. Oh, thank you so much, though. I'm so happy that you enjoyed your reading. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Dragonfly. Yes, thank you so much for all of your help and playing Mock Patrol. Gypsy, thank you so much again for being here. This was fun. Yeah, it's a fun night. Well, everyone, thank you so much. This does conclude our Thursday evening hangout, our Thursday evening chat. If you are interested in having another quick 5-minute tea leaf reading, we're back again here as of now on Thursday, next Thursday. So let's do a quick check of dates. So as of now, next Monday, which is March, how is it March? Almost already. So March the 4th, we'll be going live at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's our normal schedule. And we'll be doing a general weekly tea leaf reading and then back again on Thursday, March the 7th, also at 8 p.m. And we'll be doing the same format here of live viewer readings. Not sure some of the things or events that you spoke of I think it will unfold with time for the rest. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. And that's tea leaf reading. That's tea leaf reading. It's looking into the as of now, as of later. So it really describes again the qualities and or characteristics of events and or situations which are likely to occur. Big long way to describe it, but that's how I describe it. So yeah, it's cool. Thank you so much. There we are. Yeah, that's lovely. Missing Monday night. Oh, no worries. No worries. I love Monday night tea. Yeah, the Monday nights are they are really fun too because it is like a general weekly tea leaf reading. So some, none or all of it may resonate with any of us, but it's also it is really fun just to see what the universe would like us to know for the week going ahead. And again, like looking back, it's like, oh wow, that makes sense. So everyone. Oh, Mama said, okay, let's do a quick live check in here. Who wants Heather to come back and say night night to everyone? It's just for fun since we're all hanging out here and ready to sign off anyway. Does anyone else want Mom to come on and say night?
Say no.
She's here. Still her makeup on. But yeah, we'll be back again next week, Monday and Thursday. Oh, Gypsy Raven says goodnight, Mom.
Good night, darling.
Mom says goodnight, darling.
Have a good sleep.
Linda's giving you a big good confetti.
Good night.
Visha. Okay, so Visha didn't. I don't think you met my mom. So Mom came in earlier. It was very impromptu. She had to go to a condo meeting, and that's why our dog Bree lit fire with barking. But anyway, so this is Visha, and you have not met Visha, so come and say hi. This is Mom.
Hello. Good evening.
Hi. Visha's new. She had a reading. She's
that's
happy.
Lovely. I hope you're happy about it, and such an exciting time. It is for us anyway.
This is Mom. This is Mom Heather.
Take care. Have a lovely weekend.
She says take care, Mom.
I will. I'm trying my best.
Doesn't she look good? It's all that Avon calling.
It's my daughter.
Aw.
My one and only.
Aw.
Take care.
Pretty much.
Night night.
There we go, everyone. Mom Heather says nighty night. That was fun. Visha says take care, Mom.
I will do.
Oh, that was so much fun. Okay, everyone, I love you all so much. Have a great evening. Thank you for hanging out. Big, huge round of applause and big thanks to Dragonfly for taking care of all those trolls. That was bizarre, but you did so well. Thank you. Could not do this without you. Oh, your mom is beautiful. Just like, oh, aren't you sweet? She says your mom. She says you're beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Very sweet of you to say. Very sweet of you. Doing your best. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, everyone, let's wrap this up. This was really fun, though. Thank you so much. And then we ended on a really great note, and I think all the trolls have gone to bed. So have a great evening, everyone. I will aim to have this posted tomorrow morning. I will aim for that. If I can't do that, it'll be by the afternoon. If not, the extreme latest by the evening. Back again here on Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's when we do, as Gypsy said, it's fun. It's like a weekly reading. And then back again here again on Thursday evening, which is March the 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern. If anything ever changes, if I'm not able to go live, I absolutely do post on my community tab. I actually post there, quite frequently. So if I'm ever not able to go live, or even if I'm confirming that I am going to go live, I do post on there the day of, just to say, hey everyone, looking forward to seeing you tonight. And that's my way of saying, yeah, I'm on track, let's go. And if anything ever changes and I'm not able to go live, I also say that too. So just in case you're ever wondering why is Sarah not live, or yeah, that's why I post over there. Thank you everyone so much. I love you all so much. This was super fun, and I love you. Take a great care of yourselves and have a great weekend, and we'll see you back again here on Monday. The schedules may change slightly, but again, I will post my community tab regardless of what's going on. I'll let you know. Take great care. Yes, thank you so much, Gypsy Raven. Yeah, 8 p.m. on Monday. All times are always Eastern, so 8 p.m. Monday. Thank you for that reminder. 8 p.m. on Thursday as well, Eastern. Yes. I love you too. Take great care. If you had a reading tonight and wanted to see pictures of your tea leaves, please send me an email, and I will get them over to you ASAP. I still have your cups over here, and can't wait to talk to you again. Take care. Bye.